So basically, hold on, let me turn this off, okay? So basically, what I've pretty much learned throughout, most of my life is that, innocence isn't cherished anymore these days. And what I mean by that is, you know, they don't see innocence as a fresh breath of air. It's always, something seen to be taken down or turned out or ruined. It's you know I just it's disgusting. you know People do not see innocence the same way I do. you know to people, innocence is a fetish. Being vulnerable and saying basically, it's very dangerous to be a Brendan Fraser in the world. Like a blast in a past Brendan Fraser in this world. Because, if you don't know any better, people will fuck you up. People will attempt to ruin you. People will attempt to take it away. You know, to muck it up. It's very it's very hard, or it's very, dangerous, for some people to have, a childlike wonder in this world. At least, basically from what I experienced, and the things that I've seen and the things that I've, it's very hard, you know, but, saying you don't have to live this way. You don't have to, let them destroy it. You don't have to let them, take that away from you, as long as you have strong boundaries, as long as you know what you're set out to do. Being a Brendan Fraser from the blast of the past in this world with no direction is dangerous. But you don't let them take that fun away from you, As much as there are predators in this world, but, you don't let them take that from you. As much as I've been hurt, as much as I've been, deceived, and as much as I've been fetishized for my childlike wonder and, my, supposed innocence, I still never let that, ruin me. I still never let them take that away from me. Because just always seeing the world with a fresh pair of eyes, it, it helps. It helps get, it helps, everyone get through these things. It helps, people get through the darkness in this world. It does. But, for my life, as much as I know it as, 24 years on this earth, I refuse for my innocence to be a fetish. I refuse for people to see, innocence as a game, as seeing innocence as something to turn over, to unfold, to undo. I refuse for that to happen. As long as there, are people like me on this earth, I refuse for any of that to happen. When you are a Brendan Fraser in this world, I'm saying you have to understand just how you are perceived. Especially, as a young person, you know. It's like, basically they see youth and innocence, go hand in hand. But, there are people that are innocent but are wise. It is a blessing. It is a blessing to go, as much as not, many people realize it, it's a blessing to see so much and to be through so much so early that you know that saying you've been in both worlds and you're able to see that and you're able to learn from it if you have the luxury of doing so. It's a blessing to be in the underworld and to be, basically to be able to go to the underworld and, go back to heaven, or to go back to your safe place, or to go back to the lighthouse is a blessing. It is a gift to be innocent, yet wise, yet, to know how it is that you're being received, and to know that people see you, saying, as I said before, to know that people see you as something that they have to undo, to destroy, to turn over, to ruin, to muck up, is a blessing, but yet a curse. It is a curse because, sometimes it leaves you disappointed. It leaves you disappointed with the world. It leaves you very disappointed. It leaves you, sometimes unable to trust. But it is always a blessing to be aware, to know, to know these people around you without them even speaking to you. Always assume for your best interest. Always assume that, when you're young, or when you appear to be innocent, as they may say, that it is not to, I don't know how to explain it, but it is always best to assume that, they see you as a game, they see you as a joke, they see you as something, you know. It's very, Anyway, like I was saying, my bad. As much as much filth that is on this earth, saying I was still it's still a fresh breath of air to remain a Brendan Fraser in this world. A blast in the past, Brendan Fraser at best in this world. Because saying that's where the fun begins and that's where the fun ends. No one wants to remain in the filth too long, you know. Maybe in our older years, saying you can be seasoned, as they say, and you can still see everything with a fresh pair of eyes. That's all you owe to yourself, and that's all you owe to yourself is, a fresh pair of eyes. And to understand just how most people see you, you know. Sometimes people will be repelled and sometimes people will be drawn in by that, you know. Sometimes your innocence, your childlike wonder protects you and sometimes it doesn't. But when it doesn't, never let them, take that away from you. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.